Hello, everyone, and welcome to episode 16. And this episode is going to be kind of a short episode because I meant to put it in the last episode, but the last episode was getting long, so I decided to break it off and do another episode. So, what's the problem we're going to be solving in this episode? Well, we're going to be adding background tiles to our map. And so there are certain tiles that quote walks in front of, such as buildings, doorways, beds, chains, and more. So we're going to be making sure that those are implemented into our engine so that we can walk in front of those things. So our solution is just going to be another double vector of sprites this time, not tiles. And the reason for this is because background sprite tiles don't actually have an impact on quote ever. I think, disclaimer, I might be wrong on that. So if it comes to it later and I'm wrong, then it'll be as simple as making them have an impact on quote. And so I'm saying let's fix it later if it's wrong. So for now, we're just going to have them be sprites. So without any more to say, let's get to it. So I'll jump into the map class, and right above our tiles, I'll add another double vector of sprites. And these are going to be shared pointers to sprites. So boost shared pointer to sprite. And I'll call these background sprites, or I'll call them background tiles, because they are pretty similar to tiles. And they are all 32 by 32. So now we can initialize them in our test map. So this is going to be pretty much the same as our map tiles initialization. Although I think I should change this comment to tiles and background tiles are numbers by num calls and size. So instead of map sub or map tiles, it'll be map background tiles that we are constructing. And instead of a tile, it'll be a boost shared pointer. But we're using that so we can do shared pointer to sprite. So I'll go ahead and copy and paste this into our wherever I see tile. So that should do it there. Now I'm just going to add some background tiles into our scene so that we can actually draw them. So I opened up the picture of all the sprites that are in our map from portcave.bitmap. And the sprites I'm going to add are these chain sprites over here, and they are at 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. So this one's at 11, 12, and 13 in the X direction, and they're in 0, 1, 2 in the Y direction. So let's add those in there. So let's start by making our sprites, and I'm just going to call these sprites chain top, chain middle, and chain bottom. So our first sprite, I'll copy and paste this to make things go a little bit faster. So this sprite is going to be called chain top, and it's going to be at 11 in the X, and then 3 in the Y. So we can change this 0 to a 3 times game, or 2 times game K tile size. So now we have chain top. Let's make chain middle and chain bottom. And I'm just doing this, like, this is kind of repetitive, but I'm just doing this for our test map, so I'm not going to worry about refactoring this because it would be kind of a waste of time, I think. So 12. And we'll call this last one chain bottom. And this one was at 13. So we can put these right underneath our I think it was row or column 2 right here, map tiles column 2. So I'm just gonna put these in that column. And you don't really need to like be able to visualize what I'm doing right now because this is all just for our temporary map, and I'm just kind of making it look neat. So this background tile should be at 7, no, not 7, sorry. It'll be at 8 by 2, and we'll set that equal to chain top. And then the next one down is going to be 9, 2. Again, you don't really need to be able to visualize this because I'm just making this look pretty, and you'll see what it looks like in a minute. So map 10, and this will be chain bottom. And hopefully I did this right. So now let's actually draw these inside of our draw background, and we'll draw them after we draw our backdrop. So we're going to need the same kind of for loop deal, so I'll just copy and paste that. And instead of tiles, I'll change these all to background tiles. So copy and paste, and instead of using our dot sprite, since it's not a tile anymore and it is a sprite, we don't actually need to get that sprite anymore. So this should be all we need to get our tiles working, and this might be the end of the episode if I did everything right. So let's see how it looks. Compiling. Okay, there we go. There's our chain up here in the left side underneath this last tile. So let's see and make sure that we do indeed get drawn in front of this chain. And so now you can see exactly why we need these background tiles, because they really add a lot of heart to the game. So yeah, thanks for watching, guys. I know it's been a short video, but hopefully this is helpful. Happy developing.